Good evening, everyone, and welcome to RSF1 Racing F4 division, China. We are here. I'm here today with my COCOM RSF1 Brundle, or WF1 Crutchlow, or RSF1 Brundle,
No.
whichever you want to go for. But I think we're
Please.
sticking to Waiter at the moment, aren't we?
It's waiter now.
How are you doing
You,
today,
you got to
Waiter?
get used to it. It's waiter now, honestly.
Good
Yeah,
to
I'm
hear.
good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, hopefully everyone else is fine. Slightly diminished grid at the moment. We are waiting on Kazi and Dips to rejoin to make us up to 15, so it's a decent one.
I
So it
believe we're
should be.
already at. Are we not already at 15? No, we're not. This game's already messed up.
Mm,
I'm starting on 3, so for me, Norris fan is number 3. Lovely. Oh dear. Right. Let's see what this game's got in store for us today. Because yesterday it had a few bugs. Today it's maybe have more bugs. Can't wait.
Persevere.
Right,
Persevere,
F4.
Mr. Grant.
Yep. Right, F4. You are the commentator most weeks for F4, aren't you? Give me the rundown. What are we looking out for? Who are we looking out for? Who's the threat? Who's going to come up the ranks? Tell me.
Well, it's a decent championship at the moment. Very highly competitive. There doesn't seem to be a runaway winner at the moment, which is always good. But we're still very early days, as you know. So, but guy looking out for is really the front runners that have been in qualifying, the normal Q3 hitters, Eagle, Massa. Dips will be starting from the back, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. But yeah, Massa in the Racing Point. Eagle in the Alfa Romeo, they seem to be the front runners. Prost now in this division, obviously used to be in F3, now in F4. He's had 2 fourth places in a row, so he'll be itching to get on the podium. But there's so many more in this division that are still yet to kind of get out of the starting blocks, really. They're not what they would like. Still got plenty enough time to make their mark, though.
Love it. Love to see it. Right, we're now going to go on board with a lap from RSF on Massa. It's going to be the first lap of the day. First lap in Q1. Let's see what he can do. Come around the final corner now. Doing it really nicely. Open the DRS. 7th gear. Going up to 8th. There's no 9th gear, so you can scratch that. Taking turn 1, which is quite a tricky corner. If you don't get that turn in right, you can end up going quite wide on exit. Which he does, but he managed to swoop the car in. So that is very nice from Massa there. Going around turn 2. Quite a nice tight corner, however you can easily lose the back end and exit. He does not do that. I believe that's turn 3. Coming up to turn 4 possibly. I mean, I don't know corner numbers. I should. Obviously purple first sector because he's the first person on track now. Come around the S's. Don't do what I did the other day and lose the car and spin and crash. He doesn't. He actually does quite a nice job. Nice. He could probably be a little bit tighter there to the inside curb, but nevertheless, he goes a bit wide. Oh, he doesn't invalidate though. Okay, sure. I've been invalidated for that many times. But sure, we're still going here. Come to the snail section, as I like to call it now. Tricky corner, tricky. You need to get on the power just enough. Nice to get around the corner, but not to lose the back end. We've seen a couple of drivers lose it there. Now, going down the back straight. DRS open now. Going down 200 plus miles an hour, 8th gear, hot lap, max fuel. Braking hard at the 100-meter board to take the hairpin. It is not hairpin time for RSF or Massa as he is about to finish his lap. He's going around the final corner, takes that bollard out, sends it to Narnia. Bye-bye bollard, goes across the line, 130.8.
Decent that time already.
Yeah. Yep, Slipping Source goes 133.6.
Yeah, a couple of new names that are already racing here tonight, and will be racing in F4 now for the near future. Hopefully, obviously, if they stay in. And as Quaker race, 30.4, nice. So McCracken, who used to be in Renault, he's now been Demoted's not the word really. He's been put to F5. Um, he's been replaced by the promoted RS Checo. Unfortunately, not here tonight, Checo, but it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Slipping Source, who used to be in F3, is now in the Red Bull. He replaced Lincoln Dave, who's now in F5. Who was the other one? Obviously, Barry, full-time in the AlphaTauri. Scored his first point last time out. But the returning Quaker Oats grunt, he won the very first round in Australia, but missed round 2 and 3. He is back at it already.
Yep. He's coming back with a vengeance, isn't he? Obviously, he got that second place in F4 last season, and he's going to be looking to get that top spot in F4.
I mean, at this point, they're just an extra practice session for these guys because everyone should go through, barring they don't crash, as Kazi has now joined. I don't think he joined.
You can actually jump in the car in Q1.
Oh?
Yeah, it is possible. I mean, I could do it right now if I wanted to, apparently. If you are watching, you can look at the top right, and you can see I could jump in Lando Norris's car or Nicholas Latifi's car. I'm not going to, obviously, because
I can't. Because
really
I click spectate.
I click spectate as well.
But
you can jump in your car in
now?
Q1, so it is. It's been a thing for the 2020 game.
I never seen that before.
So yeah, so it is helpful.
Oh, Prost. Hello. What was lap times in F2? We're in the 29s. Well, if we were able to set 29s, because ours was damp.
There was no point even comparing because we were in wet conditions.
What was F3? I can't remember F3.
Hello, Slip and Sauce. How you doing, my friend? Carlin, Josh, Season 4 Driver of the Day. Who is that? Don't know who that is, mate.
No.
No clue. Sorry. Didn't know
Oh, you watched last week, didn't you, in Vietnam for these guys?
Yeah, on and off, yeah.
Did you see what happened to Bob Manzi in the last lap?
Did he overtake everyone and win the race?
No. He, I believe he disconnected with like 4 laps to go. He was comfortably 10th, under no pressure from Barry, who was behind in 11th. He disconnected and his AI pitted him with about 2 laps to go. Made him lose the point, which Barry picked up. Although, to be fair, for Barry, that was AlphaTauri's first point of the season. Ferrari are still yet.
Point of the season.
Yeah, Ferrari is still yet to get off the marks, actually.
In F4.
Mhm.
Ah, okay. Not.
Yeah, not overall. Yeah.
Gonna say. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Slip and Sauce, I hope you have a fantastic race, and I hope you can score some good points for the team you're in.
Kazi is in.
Red Bull.
Yeah, Kazi is in.
Kazi is
that's
in,
good.
yes. Kazi is in the just whatever you do, Slip and Sauce, I'll give you one bit of advice. Don't ready up when you're on the grid. I've seen it so many times already this season, and I have to give out so many penalties for it. Which I don't really want to.
As you're the steward.
I think a lot of people know I'm the head.
Oh.
It's not really
Well, now they do.
What? Right, okay.
Oh, I think Dips is on as well.
Dips? Is he here?
I saw the account DPS Racing. I'm on, so I presume be on momentarily on his Dips account. If that's the same guy, that is the same guy, isn't it?
I couldn't tell you, mate. No clue. Absolutely no idea. I'm not really in connection with Xbox anymore, to be honest. I'm kind of like, I just come in, do a bit, and then leave again. That's me. Right, so 8 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go. Got a couple of people retiring. Prost, Quaker, Massa, Eagle. They're quite happy. Obviously, they're going to get through because there is only 15 drivers as of yet. Doing quite interesting on the times, aren't we?
I don't think everyone is really pushing at this point. they all know just at a lap time you're through into Q2 basically if you don't retire the car. They shouldn't retire the car. I don't think there's not really a track that they should, but you never know. But just a lap on the table.
You say that.
You shouldn't.
Crashed out in the race, mate. I mean, come on. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Go.
You want worn tyres in a racing situation. That was different. This is fresh tyres, you know.
True, not wrong. Right, who is that? That is Charismatic on. He's out. Just about to cross the line. So, next to cross the line is Mr. Slippered Sauce himself.
Charismatic.
Buddy.
Charismatic went wide last corner. I think that's going to validate next lap as well. So that's his lap done.
Oh. Ooh. Slippered Sauce nearly loses it. The exit of the hairpin. Is he going to improve on his lap? I don't think he is. Well, he might do it soon. No. That's fine. It's going to be like... Why can't I move? I don't know what's going on right now. There we go, right. Sorry, my spectate panel was a bit messed up and I couldn't move it around.
Fair enough.
Do you want to do an onboard lap with Mr. Skyline?
How did you know I was on board with him? That's weird. Alright, yes. Yes, start finish straight down through up to turn 1. Got to chuck the car in with big confidence because you just got to let the engine slow your car down really. Through second gear, carry the speed through turn 3. And then technically this is turn 4, the right hand, and then turn 5 of the hairpin. Purple set to 1, the 24-1, very decent. There's the car in. Now this is the most enjoyable part of the circuit for me. Very nice and flowing. Again, shut the car in, keep the speed up as much as you can. Hug in the apexes, not too much. Be very careful in this braking zone. It's very easily to go deep running in, and don't run the car too far wide on the exit of those 2 corners. Purple set to 2 as well, decent from Skyline as he takes it into the one of the trickiest corners on the track, because you're just got to be very patient on the traction, unless you're running no traction, for this straight. And along the back straight, DRS open, should be going to 200, near 210, gets it to 208 before he slams on the brakes, just before the 50-meter marker board, get the car turned in. Doesn't really matter about the apex, we get the exit right, and then into the last corner. You've got to be very careful, don't turn in too much, otherwise you might cut the corner or track extend. And he crosses the line to set a 31.1. Decent lap to begin with.
Must have lost a bit of time in that last sector then, because he had purple first and second, and then obviously the third one lost a bit.
Now I'm going to check something, because now I can.
Sector times, by any chance?
Yes. Because I'm going to prove the point, right? I'm going to prove the point. So, sector 1 from Prost.
Oh yeah, the game
23.
with you.
Sector 1, 23.841 from Prost, right? So, Skyline was purple sector 1, wasn't he?
He said he was purple sector 1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, so he said a 24.1 to a 23.8 from Prost. So, he didn't go purple sector 1. Sector 2, 26.9, compared to a 27.2.
31.4, sorry about that. Carry on.
Yeah, so it said that he went purple sector 1 and 2, which we always thought that means he's gone faster in that sector. No, because he was like 0.3 in both sector 1 and 2, slower than Prost. So, I don't know. Maybe it's personal best.
No idea. It's just a game glitch, isn't it? Because you don't see a Williams driver in real life go purple sector when Lewis Hamilton's done his fastest lap in Q3, do you?
Now, now.
It's obviously a game glitch, isn't it? Which is fine. Hey, I'm not racing with you tonight. Well, we do miss you, Barry. It's a shame you're not coming. Coming to play. I'm just making it worse now. I was trying to fix that, but it just made it worse.
Oh.
We are sad you're not coming to play. There you go. Sorted.
Yay. Sorry, I just got some good news. I can relax now.
Care to share with the class?
I shared with you just before we went live. Gonna be working my
There's no point
first.
telling me because nobody else.
Whatever. I'm working my first shift on Saturday. Since March, because I work as a waiter. Haha. That's hence the name. Yeah, first time since March. They've been allowing fans to return to stadiums. And
Which stadium do you work at?
do I have to say? I'm gonna get a lot of stick.
Yep.
Brighton and
Yep.
Hove,
You're gonna get
Brighton and
loads
Hove
of
Albion Football Club. Proud supporter. Why are you laughing?
Sorry. Oh dear. I got him, man.
Don't start that, because I'll ask who you support, and we go into this huge debate which shouldn't be here. I've just had confirmation that I'm working this Saturday, so
There you go, happy days.
way off the shoulders.
You Slip and Sauce works at Bristol City Football Club.
Ah,
Fair play. I can live
as a
with
as a waiter.
I can live with that. Right, we are actually on board with the Unicorn Hunter this whole time. We've been chatting about you being a waiter at the
It's Q1. Everyone should easily go
coming
through.
round the final corner. It doesn't matter. I'm still enjoying myself. It goes 33-3. So jumped up one place. Over Slip Sauce. Noise fan.
quick
AKA
thing.
Crickets, isn't it? It's not actually done that yet.
Does he have to? Because I've seen a thing before where if you don't set a lap time, you don't go through.
No. No, that is the thing you've seen, which has happened, is that if nobody sets a lap in Q1, you go straight to the race. But that used to be a glitch. I don't know if it is anymore.
I've seen in previous races where someone's not set a lap and then they don't go through the Q2. Like in this situation. Because Norris Fan hasn't set a lap.
Unicorn Hunter just retired on track. I've just seen as well.
Unicorn.
Come on, man.
Rules.
Read the rule book. It's there for you to read. We just
I don't think Norris Fan is there.
Norris Fan to retire.
I don't think Norris Fan is there.
Oh, that's not helpful.
Should I go over championship table now? We've got time.
Yeah.
Won't have time, maybe wise. So yeah, so after his consistency, RSF1 Massa leads the way on 40 points. He is just 1 point ahead of last week's winner, RSF1 Eagle, on 39. Dips is third on 32, just ahead of Fish Sticks on 31. iCharismic is on 29 points, ahead of the returning Quaker Oats, who is still 6th place, despite missing 2 races. He's on 25 points. Same points as Primus is on 25. Prost is on 24 with Button 22. Skyline is on 15 with 40-10. Manzi on 5 points. Kazi Babe on 4. And Barry, as I did mention earlier, scored his only point so far this season, and AlphaTauris. Constructors Racing Point lead by 2 points ahead of Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo had a great result last time out of a first and a fourth. So they leapt ahead of McLaren, Mercedes, and Red Bull. McLaren are still third though on 54, with Mercedes and Haas on 35, then Red Bull on 31. Williams 15, Renault 5, AlphaTauri 1, and Ferrari yet to score. Can Norris Fan change that? He has gone through, thankfully. So ignore me when I said that. He's fine. I've just seen it before.
Yep. And there we go. That's that. We've got Prost, Quaker, and Massa top 3. Prost obviously coming down from F3. Was it last week?
Who was that?
Prost. The Bratonas.
No, he I believe it's after round 2. No, after round 1.
It was after round
It's after Australia. He missed Australia. Because I'm confused, because Bahrain is China's normally round 3, it's round 4. Yeah, raced in Bahrain, had the pace to win, but got caught out by strategy and safety cars, so ended up 4th. and then he got a fourth in Vietnam after again having the pace to
Yeah.
at least be on the podium.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I've just seen on screen Slippin' Sauce came out the pits first and got jumped by Massa and Charismic.
Yeah.
You know when the car slows you down
Yeah.
coming out of the pits? Yeah, that just happened to him. Not once, but twice.
I've had that before,
Oh, well.
especially with
With
you as
me?
you as teammate, yeah. I'm sure sure you drove out first, and then whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But, right, here is the session, Q2, qualifying 2, where you decide what tyre you are going to start the race on. So the fastest lap you do in this quali session will be the tyre you start on for the race. Now, it's an option whether you want to pick soft, the medium, or you can go with the hard. I'm not sure if the game will let you go with hards, but
No,
you can give it a go. Okay, well, there you go, no.
it's still a thing.
Okay, well, there you go. So, no. But everyone at the moment is on the medium compound tyres, apart from Slippin' Sauce and Norris fan, but obviously we don't know.
An Eagle. Eagle, Slippin', and Kazi actually on softs at the moment. And I've gone out on outlaps. But, no, because I'm on best. Sorry, ignore me.
Right, we are on board with RSF1 Massa once again for qualifying 2. I'm going to take it a little bit more chill this time. Go around turn 1, letting the car flow around the corner. Brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate. That's how the corner goes. Does that quite nicely. Come around turn 2. Keep it nice and easy on the power. Do not let your rear fall apart, as he does not. So, very good part. Purple sector 1 coming down the first hairpin of the track. Now coming to the section. Taking it a little bit sensitive on the power there, going around that corner. Obviously doesn't want to lose it with their medium tyres. They act a little bit differently to the soft, so just take it a bit careful. Cutting both the corners on that left part of the track, which is what I like to call it, because I don't know the corner names or numbers. Up to the snail section, obviously purple sector 2. Nobody has taken it so far. Try not to lose the back ends. Keeps it quite nice down there actually. That's quite a nice section. DRS is wide open and he is going as fast as he can down the straight, reaching 206 miles an hour. Obviously we saw Monster Skyline earlier doing 208. All down to your setup there. Now coming down to the final corner, cuts it nicely. Use the exit on the other side nicely to do a 131.3. So nice little lap there. Charismic going along doing a 132 flat.
Yes, solid lap for Massa.
Yeah. 4D comes round to do 132.7. I believe that's Slippin' Sauce going straight back into the pits. Is that right? No, it's not. That's off Towery. Not too sure who that was. Quaker, the one you're looking out for, goes second at 137.
It's clouding over a little bit. I noticed. Q1 was blaze sunshine. I mean, it's near to rain. Might be a bit overcast for Q3. Eagle's about to finish one.
Eagly.
No flags, but Red Bull letting through 31.6.
Ooh.
There's a few tenths behind Master.
Yeah.
Solid lap.
Button. 32.4. Right, so who is that? Is that? I believe that is. No, it's not. Slippin' Sauce. Going around and find a few guys invalidated.
Yeah, I was going to say validate on the softs.
That nearly died there. Right. Here is our Williams man, Mr. on the skyline. Gonna be on board with him for the last sector.
He seemed quite confident going into this this race, didn't he? Because obviously we're in the Williams chat, same as him, and he did say he was felt quite relatively confident of this track.
Yep. I think he's after a bit of redemption from the last race. Last couple of races, I believe. But yeah. It's meant to rain soon. In real life or in the game? Because at the moment in real life it's raining. So. Don't know which one.
Nice for the last corner. 32-1.
Oh, okay,
66.
Okay. That'll help him out. Right, so have we got anyone on an actual lap?
I don't think so. Dips. Dips is here.
Alright, Dips is here. Cool. We now have... Hang on.
What?
We missing someone. I thought we had 15 drivers.
No, we will have 15.
Ah.
We will have 15, that's what I meant.
Right.
We'll have 15. It was originally started with 13, but Kazi just made it for Q1, so that's why he's now starting out in Q2. Dips missed Q1, so he'll be starting from the back.
It's meant to rain soon. I think game 15 minutes. Right, so apparently 15 minutes is going to be rain according to RSF1 Massa and Mr. That should be interesting. 15 minutes will be roughly
Q3.
midway through Q2, Q3. You know what the game's like. The game's like, oh, rain in 15 minutes. Oh, thanks, Jeff. It starts raining now.
Not as bad as previous games. I mean, I remember, what was it, F1 2013 when you had a percentage chance of rain. If you remember that. Or if you raced in that.
I did, yeah.
I remember times when it was said 0% chance of rain and yet it chucked it down. Or 100% chance of rain and it never did. So, better? At least you get a time now when it's going to come.
Yeah, at some point between 15 minutes in the near future. Basically, with this game, you never know. Right, so we are on board with Old Manzi coming down to the hairpin. It's the game said purple sector 1, whether it was or not.
Well, personal best. I think it's personal best now.
Personal best then. Right, coming up to line
9.
Nice. For the 132.4. We do have a few people on track. I believe that is
Unicorn.
Mr. Unicorn Hunter, yeah. In the
on the softs.
AlphaTauri, the only AlphaTauri.
Gonna follow them up on the softs. Just.
Yeah.
33.0 though, not quick enough.
133.0. No. Behind 4D. I think RSF Junior will be telling them to make a move. Get a move on a little bit. I say to them. On Unicorn Hunter.
I feel like there's an issue with
Q3 could be a fully wet quali, apparently. That should be fun.
I feel like there's an issue with Nice Fan. Either that or he's shy. But he's not the shy sort of guy. He normally... In fact, actually, he normally does leave it very late in qualifying, but he is yet to come out of the garage.
Yeah, I'm unsure on that one. Whether he's there or not, I don't know.
Oh.
I thought he was.
A little bit of a downtime. I think 40's just come out the pits now on medium tyres still.
Back on, I think that's the same tyres, isn't it? So Massa and Eagle have retired because they're in the top 2 places and they believe they're quite happy. Especially Massa with that 31.3 as a very good lap from Massa.
Oh. They'll be safe unless everyone goes out in the softs, but I don't think that's going to happen.
You'd say that, but it happened yesterday. There was a couple of people who thought they were safe and then everyone came out in softs. However, softs is not the tyre you
No.
want to be starting on.
They go after about, I think they last 7-8 laps, but their performance of like a second a lap goes after about 3 laps. So they're not ideal. Medium to hards, always.
Oh, well, Corbin pulled off the 2-stop. Pigeon Munch pulled off the 2-stop yesterday, came around in 3rd place. Yes, he was 25 seconds behind the leaders. However, they were flying, so there's not much more you could have done in that sense. But the 2-stop came 3rd place, so...
Already abandoned his lap. RSF1 is out the garage. He's on track.
Ah, lovely jubbly. I'm just on board with old Maz at the moment. On board with his lap. Obviously the old S03 driver. I don't know why I keep talking about last season. I remember more about last season than I do this season.
I'm still getting used to I'm still getting used to the running order. Used to be
what of the week?
Yeah. I still have to keep reminding myself in my head what's next. Because this used to be the day of F3. It's now the day of F4. Which used to be on a Tuesday. Tuesday's now F5.
Last race of the week, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm with you.
Right, so the weight of all Ferrari's hopes of scoring their first point of the F4 season all rest on RSF1. Surely.
In F4?
Yeah, in F4, not overall, in F4,
right.
But still.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, that's what you're talking about and not,
I will point out, though, it's not for the lack of trying. He's been horribly unlucky. I mean, I think Bahrain, he was caught out behind an extremely slow safety car restart, which braked everyone. So, sure it's going to happen tonight, though. See what he does.
Nope. Wish him all the luck tonight. RSF1 99, who was actually Craigie Senna in disguise. So I found a good ride. Ooh, nearly dying.
4th.
They won that. Wow, okay.
It's more like it.
There you go. Oh man, he's put old Manzi in trouble. As old Manzi retires. Oh dear. Right.
Old Manzi's going to be in trouble.
In danger. Fish Sticks, 4D. Unicorn has retired. Slipping Sauce
is in the pits.
In the pits. So he's done. So at the moment at this rate, I think Kazi Babes and above is safe. However, Button and Old Manzi could be in trouble. Could be a little bit of swaps. Right. On board with 4D for his lap. I'll let you take over for this one.
Okay. Comes 4D in the black livery Mercedes. Turning into turn 1. 6th gear, hugging the apex very nicely. It's good. Carries the speed good. Keeps it in 3rd gear. I normally tend to put it in 2nd through there. Just to get the rotation. I'm not going to say it. Because I don't like it. Anyway.
Extra rotation!
God damn it. Right, into turn 5. And the 2nd gear through there. All good. Right, turn the car in. Completely flat now on these cars, basically. Remember a time when it wasn't completely flat, hey ho. 3rd gear for these next 2 corners. Don't run the car too wide. But there you go. That caught me out a couple of times. And then through this horrible corner, you've got to be very patient and fair for the throttle. Don't touch the curb! No!
Whee!
Oh, and that's what you don't do. That's what you don't do.
Yeah.
And that is...
Did the Mercedes engineer term the track was this way, not that way?
Yes. And that's a shame for 40 because that means he's done. Yes, the session's over.
Yeah.
It's down to Charismatic to not old Manzi out.
Fish Sticks.
Fish Sticks to not old Manzi out. Yes.
Yeah. Well, as you didn't get to finish that lap, you get to finish Fish Sticks.
All right. Yeah, that corner is horrible because you're so eager to get on the throttle because down the back straight, because every second you lose is going to cost you all the way down. But you just got to be very patient. Feather the throttle. Don't touch the curb on the inside because, as demonstrated by 40, that will spin you. Alright, carry on. Definitely getting very overcast. DRS. And you've got to pick your braking point. You've got all the time in the world to think about it. Just past the 100-meter board down into second gear or first for the extra rotation. But mind the traction if you do go to first, but handles it very nicely. This should put him through as long as he gets to the last corner right, which he does. This should...
Bang!
Yep. Old man's he's out.
Eighth place. Oh.
So, but the problem for Fish Sticks is that everyone else at the top 10 is on mediums. So he was desperate to get through the Q3. He does it, but he'll be starting on those softs.
Oh, yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear, as we can see there, guys, on screen, Fish Stick's the only person in top 10 with soft compound tyres. Same situation as yesterday. The only person in the top 10 was Mr. Pigeon Munch on this soft compound.
And it worked out for him.
So, good things can happen to those who
Where did he qualify top 10? Do you remember?
I want to say top 5.
Yeah, that's the thing that
Qualify
Fish Sticks
somewhere in the
needs to do.
Yeah, he needs to be able to get away from the pack.
Mm-hmm.
At the start. Right, there we go, lovely stuff. So, do you want to run us through our Q2 exiteers?
Eliminations, yes. Slipping Source in the Rebel. Don't think he got his best potential lap there. Unicorn Hunter in the Alpha Tauri. 40 in the Mercedes. Unfortunately, had that spin. Probably might have gone through without that spin, but unfortunate. And then Old Manzi, who actually only missed out by 0.05 of a second in the Renault, but they'll all be starting on fresh tyres, which around here is very, very strong if they can keep it clean first lap.
Yep. Well, there we go. That was Q2. Q1, Q2 done. Down to the last 10. Faster the fastest. And that is rain. And I bet you any money, every single driver is going to be like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
They're on dry tyres. They are on dry tyres.
Yep. Everyone's on dry tyres.
Oh,
it's not
F2
wet enough
over
yet.
again.
It's F2 all over again. Get yourselves out on track.
No, but that was weird.
And
that was weird, F2.
Yeah. That's a whole different story, F2. Obviously, Top Notch is watching. He knows exactly what's going on.
Is he going to get out first?
It's Fish Sticks. No, it's not.
Massa.
It's Massa. Massa's out again first.
Skyline out third.
He's going to be looking. Look at that train. There's a train.
Followed by, is that Prost or Eagle? That's Prost. Was out fourth.
Yeah.
And then Mercedes of Quaker.
Massa, then Fish Sticks, then Monster, then Prost. And then
Both
you've got
drivers.
Quaker. Both Haas drivers. The other Alfa Romeo of Eagle. I reckon Buttons might struggle being the last one out.
To be fair, could be okay. Now, the two Haas boys are getting very close.
No,
That's the
please
problem.
don't do that.
This is the problem now.
Oh,
Everyone's going to be so eager to get rounds in time.
Yeah. Guys, just leave it to space. Leave it to space. Do not crash. You're both Haas drivers.
You've got Prost all over the back of Skyline actually as well. It's almost like a race.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, guys, it is not a race. I do not want to sort out any accidents in qualifying. Please, let's just keep it chill, keep it calm. You're stressing me out, and I'm not even in a car. I'm not even in a car, and you're stressing me out. Look at the space between Massa and Fish Stick. That's
but they want to get. Yeah, but you do the same thing. You want to get round for everyone else. Look at the rain. It's chucking it down.
You know, you also want the space. Right. On board with RSF1 Massa for a damp Q3. Coming around the final corner now, taking it quite easy. I know how he feels. Yep, I know how he feels in these kind of conditions, and so do you. So, right. Let's go. Going down the straight. DRS. Was that DRS?
DRS disabled.
No, DRS has just been disabled. Right. So everybody who is on a lap right now.
This is going to be their only lap.
Crack on. This is going to be their only lap of the session. You need to take it easy. Do not invalidate. Oh, Massa nearly losing the back end there, but he is still good. What?
I'm actually thinking. Yeah, those.
Think faster, please.
I think the first four. I think the first four are going to be alright because they had like the slimmest moment of DRS. But this is now intermediate.
I don't think there's that much difference with the DRS. You got maybe 10 miles an hour more, 15 miles an hour more. So it's not that much of a difference, especially in these conditions. So, who can get the best lap? Who can not invalidate? That's Massa. That was scary.
As he said, 101 flat.
101 flat, obviously not very quick.
Sticks 2-4.
Wet conditions.
I think Massa's in the money right now.
This is a scary corner for Massa. He gets around nicely though, going down the DRS straight with no DRS. Obviously, normally you have a problem with running out of DRS during the end of the lap if you don't save a little bit. There's two hot drivers having a bit of fun. First over the line will be Pole. Yep, I agree with you, Barry, there. I think Massa is in a prime position here. Right, coming around the final corner now. Do not invalidate on entry or exit. He's very close. He does lose the back end a little bit, but he's coming across the line to a 149.2.
Inspired lap. There's a spin up. Prost has spun out the hairpin.
Prost is spun. Monster Skyline goes second. Fish Sticks third. Quaker goes second. That's Charismatic coming down. He has invalidated Charismatic. Oh no, that is rough for Charismatic. Here comes Kazzy Babes to cross the line. What is he going to do? A 2-minute flat. And then that is RSF1 button about to cross the line now. 155.7. Yep. And the rest have jumped into the pits. I am actually going to go on board with Charismatic as he spun.
I think it'll be worth.
Yeah, that's why I'm on board with Charismatic. I knew that happened.
I think it'd be worth giving the Inters a go. I think the Inters might be a little bit faster because it was DRS disabled as Massa. Jesus, can't even get full throttle anymore. DRS disabled was when Massa went through turn 3, was it? It was still in the first sector, I think.
No, it was turn 1. It was turn 1.
Yeah, turn 1. So, and then the rest of the lap was intermediate weather. I think
people looking at it.
I think over the course of the lap, I think an intermediate time will be quicker.
Right. Okay. So mixed information here. Inter run high 49s, I think, and then Barry is saying looking at 41s on Inters. I mean, it's a big gap, guys. That's 8 seconds between you. So, I don't know. I've never done wet practice on this. I don't know what it's like. So, it'll be interesting to see. Who is that coming out? It's Eagle.
Eagle and Norris. Which could have timed this absolutely perfectly because the rain is only going to get worse.
Yep. Well, I think people will like Massa. Top 4, I think. That's it. I think that might be the best something they can do. Unless Barry is apparently right. And you can do 41s. I don't know. Inters can beat that time.
Well,
there you go.
I think what a dry...
If Inters can beat that time.
Think what a dry time, wouldn't it? Would be 30s. Intermediate is about 5-6 seconds normally. So
it might be
depending on the track.
Get in the pits, get your Inters on, chuck some fuel in, off you go. Have fun.
I think really the only way we're going to tell is if we keep on board with Eagle, and if he beats Massa's first sector or is anywhere near it, then he can probably beat that time.
What is Massa's first sector?
Massa's first sector is a 27.4. This is still actually quite decent, to be honest.
That is what we are looking for. 27.4 to beat, and then it was a 101 flat, wasn't it? A 101?
Yeah, middle sector 33.6, which is... Yeah, that's slow.
Yeah, obviously, it's not very fast.
That
Yeah,
might
you
be
do have
raining.
people coming out in Inters now. On Skyline's coming out. Yeah, Quaker's coming out. Fish Stick's coming out. Right, so looks like it is full on Inters weather. As we are on board with Eagle on his interlap.
Maybe not first sector, but if he's anywhere near Massa's time, there's an opportunity.
Oh, he loses the back end there, but keeps the car nice and steady. 27.4 he does.
Matches it. He's matched Massa's first sector. Well, not. He's 100th down.
Oh, ouch! Big time loss there, guys.
But he's going to have more grip at this point. I think middle sector is going to smash it.
I think full wets is 50
only 3 minutes left.
50 somethings what? 50 bananas? 50
1 minute
racing cars. He does actually go purple middle sector.
33.6.
He's Eagle.
He's over a second up on Massa's middle sector.
Ooh, interesting.
Yep.
So
They're gonna have...
it is gonna be Inter's fastest lap Q3.
They're going to have maximum 2 laps.
Yeah, about that. Obviously, everyone is out on track at the moment. Right, let's see what RSF1 Eagle can do crossing the line. Come around the final corner now. Does he cut it? Does he risk it? Yes, he does.
He's going to beat it.
Uses all the curb. He is going to beat it.
45.2.
Wow, by 4 seconds.
Norris.
Nice fan coming across the line now. Go even
45.1.
faster. Fast. Is that's button on the outlap.
Frost to be next. But he's invalidated.
Frost. Come on, Patronis.
It's got time to go again.
Right, so looks like we've got the 2 horse drivers working together? No. Thought they were working together then. That's our Williams boy. I think will be, yep, it'll be the next one. I believe the middle sector of Eagle was a 1 minute 08, I think it was, and he does beat it. He smashes it out the window to Skyline.
Let's have a look compared to Norris. 32.7 from Norris. 32.1 from Skyline. Skyline's on it.
He is flat out round that Snell section though. He is coming out that corner. That Williams car has got some great downforce on it. Got a great helmet as well, nicely matching his car.
Or for a 44 potentially.
That'd be nice to see. Right, hairpin done nicely. Losing the back end a little bit, I think there, but how much time he's lost. Keeps the car on the track, which is always the best thing. 144.3. Wow! There he goes. But we have not finished yet. Quaker Oats is coming across the line to do a 143.7. Smashes that time out the window.
Massa's on a good one as well.
Eagle coming across the line. He is not improving that lap. Fish Sticks coming across. 144.4.
Here comes Massa.
Here comes Massa. And the final corner.
Oh,
What's he going to do?
No!
143.9.
Norris jumped up.
That's Prost. Prost jumps ahead of his teammate. 144.4. And right, here we go. Here come the 2 horse drivers. Right, hello Cashy, man with the cash. Hello boy. We are watching a Q3 wet session. Cassie Babe's coming across to do it at 145.2. His teammate goes second. Ooh, there goes Quiz Nick.
Button next, who's just got across the line enough time for a lap. No,
he doesn't.
10th.
Stays 10th place. half a second. Right, Skyline next across the line.
Oh, Skyline get on
He
in his
thought
sectors.
he was well in the money. Getting that
Personal
44.3,
best
but got
in
jumped.
sector 1 and 2. By a few attempts.
Right, here we go. Around the final corner now. Does he cut it? Yes, he does. Does he go wide? Yes, he does. Nicely keeps it within the track just to do a 43.9. Puts himself in third place. Here comes Quaker Oats now.
Reckon got improved.
Cross the line. He
43.4.
improves by 0.2. Lovely stuff. Right, here we got
Eagle.
now Eagle coming across the line. What can he do?
Stays
He improves. Stays eighth place though. Right, Norris fan is done. 5 seconds down. Massa trying to take that P1 from Quaker Oats. Does he do it? About to come across the line. He is going 0.2 faster. No, loses out by about 1/10. Here comes Prost across the line. Jumps into 6th. Jumps above Fish Sticks, who...
and out of the RS. And fuel, yeah. The RS and fuel.
ERS and fuel. Kazi Babes is a 10th faster. Won't be enough to get in pole, but come around the final corner, see where he can put himself now. Puts himself, keeps into 9th place.
Kazi invalidated,
last
so that's
person,
done.
Grismic has...
Grismic, sorry.
Pow!
New driver.
Again.
That was frantic.
There you go, yeah. Mad dash to the line at the end, wasn't it? Yep, not disagreeing with you. Dry tyres did have a disappointing outcome. I expected them more. But, oh well, still fun regardless. Right, going for your top 10 now. Quaker Oats in first place. Massa in second. Less than a 10th separating them two there. Monster Skyline in the Williams in third. Good qualifying from him. Charismic in fourth. Norris Fan 99, which is actually Craigie Senna, in fifth. In sixth place, we have RS Prost, or Mr. Patronas. In seventh, Fish Sticks. In eighth, RSF1 Eagle. Kazi Babes in ninth, and RSF1 Button in 10th. There we go. That was Q3. What's it going to be like?
Well, Quaker, his first
really
race back.
Yep.
First race back from his absence and sticks it on pole position.
Yep. Ooh, there's clouds. There's
Get your clouds out, lads.
Get your clouds out. Oh, right. Do you want to invite Quaker Oats, our pole sitter, to the party?
God, if we have time, I should have thought about that way before.
Yeah, I haven't done streaming in a few weeks.
I should have remembered. I have. See if he does. It would have to be immediate.
Naughty bundle.
Naughty waiter. It's not Brundle anymore. Brundle's dead. Brundle's dead for the odd occasion he comes out for Rocket League and Forza and anything non-F1. F1 is gone. No longer going to see me playing F1 on the Brundle.
So waiter comes out once a week then, for about 2 hours.
I do career mode, jeez.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think Quaker's going to join us.
Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem at all.
Don't want it.
He doesn't have a mic, does he?
Ah.
Last season, Quaker Oats does not have a mic.
Still don't have one.
Unless he's magically bought one, which I doubt.
Magically bought one.
Yeah, but it's fairy dust. I don't know. Some of the stuff he was doing last season, I don't know. That was kind of
yes.
Yeah, he's still in F4 though, but still doing well. So he has a chance of the title this year. I don't know. It's strange, this new game with where people are. You know, you don't expect certain people to be in certain places because people have taken off assists and they've tried taking the line off, all this yada yada. Terrible excuses to be slit. No, I'm joking.
Some extra sand on.
Nah.
I mean, you took off about 10 kilos. Let's be honest, leaping up 2 tiers.
No, I just improved over time. It's nothing to do with that.
Improve over time.
I just look at my. If you go back, right? If you're upset that I'm now F2 Division 2,
not upset.
look at my
not
first
upset.
2 races. F4 Austria and F4 Silverstone. I finished last. F on Austria, I got lapped. So, you tell me. Just improve over time.
Wasn't it in Spain you nearly won? I'm sure you raced Spain, or was that someone else?
That was probably
Was that Connor Todd?
Something happened with Primus. I don't know.
It was a pink car. It was the Racing Point. It was somebody in a Racing Point.
Junior.
No, it weren't Junior. The other one.
Junior was in a Racing Point. I don't know. I wasn't here then, mate.
All I know is from the back end of F4, you went on a scintillating run of form in which you had 7 races, 6 of which are podiums. No,
Pardon me?
No. 7 races, 7 podiums, 6 of those were wins. The only race you didn't win was USA because you had a penalty, because you did a me.
Yeah.
Corner code.
Yeah, that was a rough race. Right.
Anyway,
Mr.
F4.
RS Prost has readied up. Norris fan shortly behind him. So, I'm glad nobody readied up early. That was my big concern. But everyone listens.
They're not new drivers. Everyone knows now.
Who's on comms tonight? Excuse me. Verstappen. The Staples. I'll have you know. It's me.
Doesn't read notifications, surely. On Discord.
Right, I will let you run through.
Yay! I did this formation app for the first time. You get to see how I do it. Hey, sweet. And right, hi. Right, back at the grid. The 2 Ferraris. Dips is in a Ferrari. He's not meant to be in a Ferrari. He's in a McLaren. Oh, never mind. 15th place.
He gets points for Ferrari.
Yeah, 15th. No, he gets. 15th place. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what he does because he didn't do qualifying at all. So hey ho. Are we migrating host? No.
Not on my screen, mate. Ooh, there's a laggy slippy sauce.
No.
Oh, you have left.
I haven't.
You have left, apparently. Eagle has left, apparently. Oh, here we go. Is the lobby bugged? Oh, there's chaos. Old man's is left, apparently. 40 has left. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's. See, on mine, it's just saying migrating host all the time.
Right, about 17 people have left, which is not ideal.
We don't know what's going on. We need help from the chat, I think. What's going on?
Right. Think with your head, not with your bum. Right. So you get back in ASAP. I think we've got.
I'm still in the lobby. It just keeps saying migrating host.
You need to leave and rejoin because you're not in my lobby.
Eek. You said others had left.
Yeah, a lot of people have left the lobby. Trying to work out what to do. You're head of comms. Tell me what to do.
We need help from chat, to be honest, because obviously what I'm seeing is not what you're seeing. What you're seeing may not be what's
so I've
actually
just seen
going
about
on.
seven people leave.
We need engineers in the chat. I don't have the chat up. We need engineers in the chat to say what's going on.
Yeah, I know, Robert. The stream is fine. It's the problem with the lobby. Okay, no restarts. There we go. Right. Let me get you back in very quickly.
God damn it.
Get back in. And then you need to invite everyone else. We are about to start the race. Right. The grid order. Quaker, Massa, Monster Skyline, Charismic, Prost, Fish Sticks, Eagle, Kazi, Button, Old Man Seat, 4D, Unicorn Hunter, Slipping Sauce, Noise Fan, and Dips. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. I think everyone's in AI mode, but away we go. Massa getting a great start, but Quaker is all of a sudden just shooting away. Taking turn 1 very nicely and easily. Quaker, then Massa, Charismic. There is a battle between Skyline and Fish Sticks going side by side. There's a bit of wheel banging. Please don't spin each other out, guys. Be kind. Thank you very much. Fish Sticks getting past Monster Skyline there. So the order pretty much the same. Prost into 6th. Eagle into 7th. Oh no! Prost has braked too late and hit the back of Monster Skyline. I don't know if he's got any damage, but that was a mistake from Pross there. It doesn't look like he's got any damage. Yes, there's a lot of moistness in the air, I believe. So, right, Unicorn Hunter is in 8th place, Monster Skyline in 9th, Eagle. Unicorn going for a dive bomb on... Unicorn going for a dive bomb on Eagle. That was an interesting move there. Don't know how he got that done. Then Monster Skyline going for a dive bomb on Eagle. Eagle's been dive bombed within 2 corners.
There's several drivers not in their cars at the moment.
Yep,
Eagle's one of them.
Aware. People need to rejoin as soon as possible. Obviously, I can't really keep an eye on everyone who have left. The only people I know is Old Bandsy. It's the only person I know of. Whether he's in or not, I'm not 100% sure. Right, so RSF1 button going backwards a little bit. Quaker Oats as is actually in first, but the game is up. Here we go, all over the place now.
Give it moments when everyone beats the first sector, then
Yeah,
it's fine.
right, so Monster Skyline getting past Unicorn Hunter down into turn 1 there. That was a nice move down the inside. Good job from him there. Now he is on the move back up. I believe that's 2 Kazi Babes in front of him there. Yeah, because you've got
trying to get everyone back in at the moment.
Place.
Cool.
Yep, so Eagle is back in. I believe Old Manzy needs to join back in. I'm actually just going to have a look to see if anyone is in AI mode. Sorry about this, guys. Old Manzy needs an invite back.
Yeah, got him.
Norris Fan is in the pits. I don't know quite what's going on there.
He got spun at the back of the pack, was stationary for about 20 seconds and then left.
Right.
He's way off at the moment.
Right.
I got this. You focus on the race. I got trying to bring the others in.
No problem at all. Slip and Source obviously getting past Old Manzy. Old Manzy being the AI driver at the moment. I believe the only AI driver... 40 has left the session, if you would mind to invite him back. This is just a horrible game glitch. I don't really know what's going on. Obviously, everyone just kind of leaving, which is not helpful at all. Right. Fish Sticks in 4th place. Behind Charisma, in front of Prost. To gain them places. Massa close still. Just over that 1 second mark to Quaker. But he's going to need to get back in there. Obviously, lap 3 now, DRS time. He needs to catch up. Prost is just basically pushing Fish Sticks around the track at the moment. How close he is. Is he going to go for a move on this straight, or is he going to wait? Fish Sticks does not have DRS to Charismic in front at the moment. Oh, there's a bit of contact. There, Prost braking a bit late again. Right, here we go. Prost going down the straight. DRS is going to be open any second now. Is he going to get that move done on Fish Sticks? Fish Sticks going defensive, then move it back onto the racing line. That means Prost can make the move done down the inside. Hairpin time! He gets the move done, but Fish Sticks is coming back at him on the outside. Is he going to get that move? No, he's going to concede it. Probably better off. You do not want to be going side by side around that corner, as Waiter, you know about that very well.
Yeah, certainly.
Fish Sticks just keeping to the back of him. Obviously, Fish Sticks is on them soft compound tyres. He needs to be getting a move on at the moment. He's currently stuck in a train, and that's not where he wants to be. He wants to be moving forward and just getting ahead. Is that you okay?
Yeah, just frustrating, really. Whole situation.
Yeah.
Been trying to bring everyone back in. My intervals keep going as well. Not ideal. Not ideal. This is So the odd thing is that 9 times out of 10 it works. Not perfectly, but it's raceable, as 40 has returned.
40
He was well back. 9 times out of 10 it works. Perfectly fine. Not brilliantly, there's still some issues, but it's raceable. It's the odd occasion where this happens where it's difficult. And I'm going to sense the frustration at the end of this race, but we've got to carry on. There's Bunsen. You saw that.
It's close. Yeah, I saw that.
How he kept that, I had no idea.
But that means C0 Dips might be able to get a move done. They're nearly going 3 wide. Nope, Buttons takes advantage of Unicorn Hunter there. He has actually gone wide. Unicorn then takes that position back. Thank you very much as Unicorn. I will have that position back. Button now has to wait. Is he going to get it done down in the next straight? There's yellow flags. Who is that? Oh, that's Fordy's car coming back out. Please be careful, guys.
It's good, it's off the track.
Okay, that's all. Oh my god, here goes Button. He's going to try a cheeky move down the inside. Oh, they're going 3 wide into turn 2. Gonna have a better camera angle, please. And nothing has come out of it. Everyone is back 300 positions. That was a waste. There we go. Right, so we've got the battles between Quakeroats and Massa, and then Charismic and Frost. And then you've got Kazi Babes and Fish Sticks, and then Monster Skyline kind of in his own race, just chilling at the moment. Obviously, he has brought that gap down to Kazi. He's going to look for a bit of redemption. Obviously, he's got his red eyes on Prost at the moment after he had that bit of incident. But then you've got Unicorn Hunter and Button.
Prost got a run on Chris Mitt down the back straight.
Oh, hello.
Sticks it in overtake. Maximum attack. Chris Mitt moves over. Ooh. Prost says none of it. But Chris Mitt trying to get him on the traction on the outside. Going to be side by side in the last corner. Prost goes right back on the racing line. Takes P3, but Chris Mitt's not going to have any of it. He's going to attack right back with overtake. Prost defending on the inside, but he's used so much that he can't defend that well. And Chris Mitt sweeps around the outside, takes third place back.
Bush. And in that point as well, Kazi Babes has got past Fish Sticks.
I'm already sensing a little bit of F4.
There we go, on Mads.
Yeah. I'm already sensing a little bit of F4 rivalry between Charismic and Prost here, because they had not a coming together, but they had a heated battle in Vietnam, which they got very close to.
Here we go. Sorry to interrupt, Button. Go around the outside of turn 2. Okay. On Unicorn Hunter there, but Unicorn Hunter is going to do a little bit of cheeky dive bomb. Okay, that's a bit of a squeezy
space.
Oh, come on, Unicorn Hunter. Give Button a little bit of space. Come on. Deserves a little bit. But he is defending that position like it is for the race win. However, he's disappeared. Wait, what? Huh? Hang on a second here. Hang on a second. What's happened? What's going on? Charismic's had an incident. Charismic's had a spin. Oh, wait. No, he's back. Wait. Whoa. Igor has left. Unicorn Hunter has left. What's going on? Can you please invite Unicorn Hunter?
Jesus Christ.
Monster Skyline apparently got past Fish Sticks.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually did do that. That's fine. He did do that. Okay, the game isn't lying to us.
Fish Sticks is in on his softs.
Fish Sticks in. Right, cool. Happy days. Dips and Button now going at it. Now Unicorn Hunter has gone. I don't know what happened. He was there. Next minute, he gone. Okay, right. So, Fish Sticks going onto the hard comp hunters. Okay, so do you reckon they'll last hard to the end of the race?
Be tough towards the end, but it'd be okay. He's got to look after them.
Yeah, definitely got to do that. Right. This is, I don't know how to describe this race. Crazy, mad, no idea.
We've had a few of these. Just got to get through it.
Right, okay.
Persevere.
That's cool, not a problem at all.
What's that word? Persevere.
Persevere. We will get through this race.
Yes.
We're only on lap 7, and we've already had about 17 million bugs. I haven't seen them 2 people leave yet, but join back. Eagle and...
Yeah, it's the same people that were struggling to begin with that I had to re-invite.
Right.
They've now lagged out again.
Okay, right. So we've got the Monster Hunter, the Williams driver Monster Hunter on the back of Kazi Babes. Is he going to go for a move into the hairpin? Is it hairpin time? Oh no!
Goodness.
Unicorn, no, Monster Skyline broke too late. Hit the back of Kazi Babes. Has a little spin. Is he straight into the pits? Yes, he is. Off he goes. Oh dear. Just going from bad to worse for the Williams driver there. Right. So we've got RS Prost battling. Oh, hello. There's a battle between Fish Sticks and Eagle. Going side by side. Fish Sticks getting the moves on an Eagle there. I don't know if Eagle is around. No, he's not. He has that red X. So he isn't here. I'm inviting him. That's fine. Not problem at all. Right. So let's keep an eye on Prost. Eagle is back in. Lovely stuff. Right, so Monster Skyline has dropped down to 11th place after that. 20 laps on the hards. Is that possible?
Again, same with who else that went on it? Fish Sticks. Yeah, same with Fish Sticks. In fact, anybody that's gone on darts now, they can get them to the end, but they've got to be very careful with them.
Yeah.
Not ideal, because those on mediums will be catching them and will be in a better position coming back, but in their situation, probably the best thing they can do.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Hmm?
Okay, there's something weird going on here. Right, so I'll let the whoever's watching realise what I'm doing here. I'm on board with Charismic, as you can see. On board with Charismic, right? The Lappin Norris fan. Now I look backwards. It's the Red Bull car, and now it's not. I look back and I'm on board with the Red Bull car. I haven't pressed the button. You can see on the top right, driver select says RS Prost.
Yeah.
On the left it says Charismic. But I look backwards and I'm on a Red Bull of whoever this is, Fish Sticks. Game, and then it goes back to Charismic. Right, okay, this is interesting. Oh, I just can't not. Right, so Prost still on the back of Charismic. Unicorn Hunter back in the lobby, lovely stuff. Right, so what? How are we doing in terms of position changes? Who's made the most positions? City Dips, top 9, doing quite well there. Catty Babes.
Yeah, covering nicely.
Monster Skyline, unfortunately, losing now 8th after having a couple of incidents, and there are the people to stop. Monster Skyline stop, and nice fan. Lovely. Right. I'm going to get a drink because my throat is gone. I'll let you talk for a minute, if you don't mind.
Cool. On board with Prost, yeah?
At the moment, yeah. On board with Prost as it is closest one.
Cool. Right, so this battle still remains between these two. Quaker Oats and Mass are kind of in a race in their own because they've gapped these two 6 seconds ahead. Got Kazi 4.8 behind those on the medium tyres. Ross still looking at the back of him, can't seem to get close enough. I was putting an idea into the admin chat as we were speaking.
Yes.
I was putting an idea. Sleeping Sauces is out of spin. End of the hairpin.
Razzie, sorry.
Alright. Sorry, he's recovered.
Can you spin it for a bit longer, please? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got that. Just checking, sorry. Right, here we go. Come on, Prost. Can you get past the harsh driver, Charismic? Muddy Biscuit will be obviously cheering on Charismic here, and Kazzy Babes. Toto is obviously sat there. Sorry. Yeah, it's Toto now. Oh! Oh! It's a bit of contact. It was a late move from Prost there. Needs to keep his nose out of the stuff. Right, that's it. Prost is out. In, even. Into the bits. But it says, wow, 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 wow. Right, pit window has opened. Lap 11 to 15. For the medium compound runners, just jump on the hards. Obviously, Prost is trying that undercut. We've got a bit of, who's this? We've got a bit of fun with Eagle and Unicorn Hunter here. Eagle taking over. I can't even look backwards. Eagles is actually in the pits, which means Unicorn Hunter jumps into 10th place.
I don't think he's joined back. Neither is Unicorn Hunt. In fact, actually, the top on 10th downwards, they're all AI cars, as far as I'm aware. I've invited all of them. They haven't joined back.
Yeah, well, Charismic there getting a 3-second time penalty. Oh, and I've just lost all intervals. So I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's
right,
difficult, isn't
it? Is that Kazzy Babes? No, that's Eagle. Okay, I chose Kazzy Babes and it gave me. Right, so is Kazzy Babes and or Charismic coming in for their pit stop? I don't know what the gap is. About 4 seconds, I would say 4 or 5 seconds there. They can double stack with 4 or 5 seconds. I mean, it's horrible. Right,
yeah, it should be
here
alright.
We go. Top 2, top 3 come in. Kazzy Babes stays out. He stays out. Right, Quaker Oats is out of the pits. Is he going to keep his lead from RS1 Massa? Yes, he does. Right. Charismic coming out, obviously, in 3rd place where he was. But that means CCO Dips and Button overtake. CCO Dips obviously starting on them hard compound tyres. As a few people did. Prost actually does jump Charismic in the pits. Just. It's only a second gap, not even that. But he's jumped him.
That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, 3 seconds of clear air. So, 0 Dips and Button still battling. Literally, they've been battling this whole time. Oh no! Dips getting hitting his teammate. The AI of his teammate hits his front wing. That means Button could get past, and Prost, and who is that? Was that Charismic as well? Yep. And obviously Norris fan.
Yeah.
The AI car.
Been very unlucky with that.
As you can see, there's the evidence of the AI car. It's obviously not racing, so there's nothing that can be done or has been done. Because unfortunately, he's not joined back.
Ferrari can't get their luck, can they, with this season?
No, they've got a terrible strategy, haven't they? Oh,
I'm meaning with F4.
Sorry,
I'm meaning with F4.
right,
They can't get the luck. So,
yeah.
obviously, unfortunate what happened to Norris fan and etc. And then even Dips, who isn't meant to be driving for Ferrari, granted. His AI teammate decides to, yeah, and he's called it an evening.
Oh, Dips is DNF'd.
Yeah, retired it.
Oh, that bumps up Skyline up to 7th place. Obviously, Button making his pit stop makes Skyline's down into 7th, being in 9th and 10th. Right. Here we go. Massa has actually lost a bit of time to Quaker Oats. He's obviously going to be wanting to get back up there to get that DRS and try and get that 1st place. However, he does have 15 laps. 15 laps? Not 15, is it? The 5th? Yeah, it is. Yeah, 15 laps. I'm going crazy. Right. So, Kazi Babes, is he going to come in this lap? Is he going to pit?
I'd say you have to. At this point, the question will be where he's going to rejoin. Probably in around Mystics in the Skyline, I'm thinking. Yeah, much faster tyres than everyone around him, see what he can do.
Right, so let's see. Let's have a look at Fish Sticks. He's coming round the last corner now. Is he gonna jump him? Coming down the start finish straight. Does he have DRS? No. He doesn't.
Kazi out in fifth.
Gets out in front. Behind his teammate. 8 seconds behind his teammate.
The thing is with this tonight, Grunty, is
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, the thing is with this is it's rare. It's like 1 every 10 races because we haven't had this every race of the week. The frustrating thing is it seems to be happening to F4 because didn't we have a weird race in Australia where it messed up a bit with the safety car, wasn't it?
I think it's me.
It's not you. It's not you. It's definitely not you.
I'm cursed in comms. That's it.
No, it's definitely not you. I don't know what the situation is, but what the thing clearly is we're still at an unstable phase on the game. Thankfully, apparently there is another patch on the way, but it's frustrating, but we gotta...
What's that gonna fix?
Yeah, I know. But what else can you do? What else can you do?
Yeah, not much, to be honest. Obviously, I think we're on a pretty tight schedule at the moment, aren't we? To be able to get 2 seasons of RSF1 in.
Better than not racing at all.
Before the new game, which obviously is next year, which will probably be 10 times worse.
It's better than
it
not
might
racing.
be on the new Xbox.
It's better than not racing at all. That's my view on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it depends what kind of glitch it is. I'd rather not race than be kicked out of the lobby 20 million times.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen to you in F2. So, it's fine. We have good races.
400,
it's just...
Barry, we are on patch 400. 401 is the next one, I believe.
No, it's 108, actually.
401.08.
The
needs
reason why we're talking like this is because the gaps are... Well, there isn't a battle at the moment. Well, Massa is close to Quaker. Skyline's close to Fish Sticks, but at the moment there is no battles.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Monster Skyline because we're Williams drivers and that's the etiquette of Williams drivers. So, yeah.
Come on, Skyline. I mean,
come on, F4. Sorry,
right.
What's going on? What are we doing? Has everyone pitted? I believe they have.
Yep.
So, stop.
Just checking who's actually racing and not.
Or Manti hasn't.
And I don't believe they're in, are they?
Right. So the Haas drivers are actually running quite well at the moment in 4th and 5th. That gap's still roughly around 8 seconds between Kazi and Charismic. Seems like Kazi kind of running his own race. He's not too fussed about what's going on around him because nothing is going on around him. Just relaxing the stage. Charismic gets a 3-second time penalty, which won't help him out. That's his second 3-second time penalty, I believe, I've seen. How many penalties coming up?
Let me have a look. I'll look at them.
Don't look now. It's too early, isn't it? It's still got 12 laps to go. Anything could happen in 12 laps.
That is his second, though.
Skyline. It is. I know it is. I've seen it from quick. Right, so Monster Skyline is actually nearly within a second. So we might actually get a battle on these guys for 6th place between Fish Sticks and Skyline. Obviously, they're the two guys who have been on the tyres, the hard compound tyres, the longest. Apart from Unicorn, actually, but I don't know if he's starting them or not. I don't think the game's glitching. Yeah, so, right. Monster Skyline, it does that weird thing where you're 1 second and 1 millisecond behind. Oh, now it's 8/10. He is massively caught up. Monster Skyline is on 51% ERS. And Fish Sticks is on 51%. So they're roughly on the same amount. Equal gains. Right. I'm guessing that'll be.
I think actually, save bottom 6 are AI cars at the moment.
Oh dear. Bottom 6, do you say? So from 8th below.
Yeah, so all the way AI cars. The Skyline's got a run on the inside. You still got bowels. Tap between the days. That was well. Bit of content.
Start.
With those tyres. Time ahead of him.
Yeah. What is the stream, guys? I am currently not watching it because I have it off. Other than that was going on. So, any comments?
I think everyone's just a little bit frustrated at the moment. It's not it will get better in the meantime. There's one. Will
Should be ready. I've still got that same glitch. Right. Fish damn it.
Right. If you want to look back, so yeah, you've got to have the camera top height and then look back. Because what happens is we have it on broadcast, then look back.
Oh.
It's up. Sometimes, yeah. That's the thing.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Sometimes it works actually, and other times it doesn't.
Yeah, the things you're learning. Learn something new every day. Anyway. Haven't. Yep, Sibling Source is actually in the game. You said bottom 5 were not in the game. He's in
Bottom
the
5 apart from
He's in the
slipping.
game.
Apart from slipping. Yeah.
Sure. Alright.
But here's your positive for you, right? Remember the USA Grand Prix 2005? Yeah, 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be as bad as that.
Sure.
Please tell me you
Yeah,
know
that's
about
true.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me you know the story about that. 6 cars. It will never be as bad as
Yeah,
that
of course it is.
in this
No,
game,
it won't be.
in this league.
Oh, here we
and
go.
in
We've
real
got a
life.
battle
Do we?
between Cassie Babes and Old Manzi. He's lapping Old Manzi. He's going down the
That's
outside.
not a battle.
What's a move? Breaking late.
Oh man, there's an
Gets the
AI
move
car.
done. Well done, Cassie Babes.
I think Grandtastrophe is broken, guys.
Well done, Cassie Babes.
Yeah, actually, that's it. Of the many people I feel sorry for tonight, I do feel sorry for you because you come back to commentary for this. And you're streaming as well.
Yeah, you're living your not the best of it. We're about 7 beers, so I'm all good. I'm all good.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, of course it is.
That's what it is. That's why you sounded as if you
I'd
got
be
a big
too
smile on your
frustrated with
face. Oh, Massa, no. That's pretty much. In fact, how many warnings is Quaker on? Quaker's on 2 warnings, so if he does get one more, then he'll get a penalty, but as long as he stays clean, he's got the race win. And I think he's got Massa covered anyway.
Well, it's 2.4 seconds, isn't it? If he builds that above 3 and then gets penalty, I think he'll be fine.
Oh.
But he's still got that hanging over his head, really, hasn't he? Massa did have a bit of a wobble there. I got gap. No, I thought I had gap to leader then for a second. He was having fun.
Take the one person that
Fun.
take the one person that will be happy. Well, several actually that will be happy with this result. Obviously, unfortunate what happened to Eagle, but that's going to hurt him in the championship. Massa, with this result as it stands, will take a good lead going into Zandvoort next week. And Prost, of course, we've still got 6 laps left, so commentators curse and all that. But Prost seems to be on for his first podium of the season. Safety car would be good.
That's why I whispered it. Right, here we go. We've got another battle. It's Monster Skyline about to overtake Manzi.
Oh,
Well,
you're
tell me-
broken.
Oh my god.
you are broken.
Oh my god, Monster Skyline. Monster Skyline nearly hit the back of Manzi. Oh my god. That was a great move, but oh my god.
Help someone?
That was close.
Or what do I do? Do I switch him on and off? 'Cause I think you're broken.
Just turn me down. Oh, Skyline maybe having a little bit of a wobble going out that corner there. Right.
That's it. So one thing Quakeroids will be thinking as well is if only he didn't miss the last 2 races of the season, because he definitely has the pace of this championship. The 2 races he hasn't won yet, but he's looked on pace already tonight. Although I remember rightly, actually, he did start off the season last season very well, so maybe this is just his good tracks, but on 50 points. He'll be 8 points behind Massa if this result stands. Well, Skyline's in.
Oh, he's maybe going to put on a set of softs.
Fastest lap.
Because he will come out behind Button in a lot of free space.
He wants to have some fun.
Maybe. Yep. Oh, he's got. Oh no. This game, man. He was in the pits for me, and then all of a sudden, he was on track.
Oh.
So, again.
Well, he's going to be flying now, so he'll catch up to the back of Button, so have the battle there.
Yeah. Who's that? Kazi Babes catching up to... No, Charismatic catching up to Slippy Sauce, who is actually having a little bit of a slip. Slipping and sliding. Obviously, he is the back market car, so he does need to get out of the way. He moves over to the side of the track. However, he's not slowing down. Charismatic does need to work hard to get past him. He does have DRS. So, right. Do you want to run us through the penalties?
I was just going through those now. So Quaker is 1 warning away from a penalty, but currently he has none. Massa has 1 penalty.
Oh, it's a yellow flag.
Ross.
Oh, that's a spin. Who is that? Slippy Sauce. Slip.
Prost has
And
1
halfway
penalty.
forward.
Charismatic has 2.
Okay.
Kazi is none, but he's 1 warning away from 1. Fishsticks has
so we got
just
good charisma.
got a penalty. And squeaky clean, not a single warning at all. Skyline's got 1 warning. Eagle squeaky clean. No, I don't think he's racing. You've got Hunter the same, not Manzi the same. Slipping Sauce has 2 penalties.
Another noise fan is not here. Right, so Monster Skyline obviously out there to get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, which is currently... where are we at? Not there. Fastest lap is a 34.5. Currently. So he's looking to beat that. That is the gap to leader, if anyone is wondering. Right, so 3 laps left, 4 laps left. And still nothing going on. No battles, no issues. Well, lots of issues, but
Skyline is
Really
flying
good.
up to the back of the button. It's
oh, he is. Oh.
he had anything on. I mean, yes, he's obviously should get fastest lap with this, but he had 6th, and he may not catch Fistix in the time. He'll probably catch Button because he could already see him. I don't think he'll catch up the Red Bull in time. He sets the fastest lap anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was struggling on them tyres. Maybe them tyres were done.
Or
He just wanted to get rid of them. Obviously, Skyline, so Button was behind Almanzi, but the back marker let him through. That was very good of him. So the gap is now 1.9 seconds. He's got 3.5.
he's got to get past. He's got to get past Manzi's AI cars cleanly. First, he should be able to and hold him up through here. Not too bad. There we go.
Yep, there we go. So gap is 1.7. Oh, now it's 1.4, 1.3. No, alright.
You can see him now. You can
Wow,
see
he
the
is
target.
catching fast. RSF1 Button on 11 lap old hards. On Skyline on 1 lap old. So he's not using his overtake because he knows best place for him to catch is that first sector and middle sector.
I reckon the game's going to give Driver of the Day to Kazi, and probably I'd say so. Although, I wouldn't take anything away from Quaker, who's controlled this race perfectly at a Massa.
Yep, he has.
Led from start to finish, pretty much, apart from the pit stops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Skylight's definitely not going to... he might. He's got to clear Button quickly if he has any chance of catching Fistix, and then he's got to absolutely fly once he gets past Button. Not impossible, that Red
He does
Bull,
indeed.
because Red Bull's on 18 lap old hard tyres. You can see Button had a big wobble coming into this corner, so surely matter of time, DRS and overtake. The front line speed of the Williams.
Go on, monster.
Easily done. Yeah, Button had no answer. Skyline, has been struggling with his brakes these first few races. Obviously, we saw that thing with on the back of Kazi. It's sort of there as well. He's got just under
How many
6 seconds to
penalties
catch.
did Fishix have? Did they have any?
Have a look. Fistix has a penalty.
Right,
And
so he needs to
Skyline does
catch
not.
Within 3 seconds.
In a lap and a half. So he needs 1.2 seconds to catch.
Well, it is the end of the lap.
Yep. He has got Button on his tail as well. Just needs to shake him off, which obviously he's going to. Probably through this section. Kazi Bay's a 3-second time penalty as well. So that helps Charismic out. I think them positions will be sat now. So Kazi Bay's had that chance of jumping Charismic, but not. Unless he catches 3.7 seconds.
Quaker's on his last lap.
He is indeed.
Massa within 3 seconds, but Quaker has this. All he's got to do is bring it home.
Yep.
I think Massa would be happy with this, with P2. Takes... Well,
Yeah.
he keeps the championship lead, but he will only be 8 points ahead of the guy that's beaten him. So moving forward, Quaker is going to be a force to be reckoned with, I think, in this championship. Skyline's going to
think he
catch
is
3
Quaker
seconds
Massa.
on this lap. I don't think it's going to be enough.
You said Fishsticks has a penalty there,
Oh yeah, yeah. So
so he only needs to catch 2/10
yeah, I think you've got it.
in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Right.
got that.
On board with Quaker Oats now as he comes around the final sector. Final few corners, Massa has tried everything to keep up and get past, but it's not been possible. So, pretty much driving a perfect race. Quaker Oats taking first place. Congratulations, as a little weave. Massa coming home in second. And then you've got Prost coming around in third place. I think he has time penalty as well, so I might not.
First podium of the season for Prost.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Prost. Charismic doing very well to come in fourth. The Haas team and Kazibev's coming in fifth, so Haas team having a very good result today. Right, this is the battle everyone's been keeping an eye on. Fishsticks and Monster Skyline. I think Monster Skyline will jump him as Fishsticks has a penalty.
As long as he doesn't get a penalty on the last corner, which he doesn't.
Yeah, let's hope he
Yeah,
doesn't.
should get him.
I don't think he does. There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Yeah, Monster Skyline jumps into sixth. Here comes Button. And then I think now the last person to cross the line is Slippensource, isn't it?
It'll be Eagle next.
Eagle.
So Eagle's AI car next.
Eagle's AI car, yeah. But I think as soon as Slippensource cross the line, that'd be that.
Yep.
We'll shut the game down. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Oh, maybe not.
No.
Maybe not. Here comes Eagle. Bang.
Oh, we got there. We got there. It was.
That was F4. Button with the driver of the day.
Oh,
Congratulations to RSF1 Button.
outside the top 10, I think it was. So, yeah.
Yep, so fair play to him. Well done. Congratulations.
That was rough. That was very rough. But we got there. Let's put it to one side. We move on.
No, I don't think it was rough. I think F4 drove a great race. They just happened to be spread out. That was just... It's what it is. Right. Going through the order, if you would like to invite the top 3 and driver of the day.
Yes.
Quaker Oats in first place with the Mercedes. RSF1 Massa coming over in second place in the Racing Point. RS Prost with his first podium this season in the Alfa Romeo. Charismic and Kazibabes in 4th and 5th in the Haas. Monster Skyline doing well in 6th place in the Williams. Fishsticks coming home in 7th in the Red Bull. RSF1 Button in McLaren in 8th. And the other Alfa Romeo in 9th. So double points for the Alfa Romeo team there. And then coming home with the final point with the Unicorn Hunter 10 in the Alpha Tauri. Old Manzi in the Renault finishing 11th. Slippensource in the Red Bull finishing 12th. The 2 Ferraris of Norris Fan and CCR Dips not having a great day, with 4D finishing 15th place in the other Mercedes. So Mercedes sandwich for the whole team as they finished 1st and 15th. So there we go. Who have we got so far?
For Prost, just need Massa.
Obviously, Quaker Oats doesn't have a mic, so that's a big no-no for him.
Massa doesn't have a mic either.
Oh,
Massa doesn't have a mic.
it's all
Great,
going wrong.
and so
It's all
just
going
need to
so
invite
wrong.
Button.
It's all going
Yeah, it was the tip of the iceberg, wasn't it?
fantastically well. What is honestly?
The iceberg. That's kind of expected.
Were you? Were you? I sat down. I sat down with my drink ready to go. I was like, oh, I'm really ready for this. And I don't know. Button. Right. Oh, he just left the
Just need to
lobby.
invite RSF1 button.
He literally just left the lobby as I was about to invite him.
Let's go by recently played.
Got him. He's probably going to be like, why? Right, we'll start off with Prost anyway. I'm not sure whether Button will join us, but do you wanna, or should I?
Go for it, mate.
Yay! Prost, your first podium of the season. 3 races, but the first 2 you did. Obviously, you didn't do Australia, but did the last 2 races of Bahrain and Vietnam. Just missed out on the podium on those 2 occasions. You finally did it. Had to get past your, I think, a rivalry going on between you and Krizmek. Might be said. But yeah, you got past him, and your reward is 3rd place. Top 2, maybe a little bit out of reach, but you got to be happy with 3rd place.
Yeah, I mean, I bottled Bahrain, as you've seen on stream. And Vietnam, I bottled it as well because I got wing damage 1 lap to the end, which let Dips, I think it was, get into the range to overtake me under penalties. But this race, it was quite a boring one, to be quite honest, if I'm being honest. Quaker and massive fair play to them. They were class above us all. They were really fast today. I got held up behind Krizmek. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen it, I tapped the rear of Skyline and half spun him into turn 4 or 5. So I know that there's a potential penalty coming my way, so in the second stint I had to get the undercut on Krizmek and just push as hard as I can and try to get a 10-second gap, which fortunately I did because of his penalties. So yeah, quite a lonely race after the stint 1.
It was a lonely race for me and Grant as well, though. Don't get me wrong, but this is probably going to be one of those races that will be forgotten quite easily. Well, at least I hope so. Definitely quite frustrating, but results are results at the end of the day, no matter how you get to them.
I didn't bottle the podium this time.
Yay. But obviously moving on to next week, Zandvoort, new track on the calendar. Should be an interesting one. I think looking at it, qualifying is going to be quite important. So what are your thoughts heading to Zandvoort next week?
Well, the most I've done around there's a 5-lappers. That's all I can really say. I can see qualifying being important because it's a very high-speed, windy track, so there's not many overtaking opportunities, I don't think, unless you're going to lunge one up the inside or try and go around the outside. But other than that, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to overtake at Zandvoort.
Any questions for you, Grant?
Nah, just congratulations on your podium.
Thank you.
And good luck for the future. Hopefully you can win the battle to the top 2, Massa and Quaker, and take some wins off them and whatnot. So
yeah, I mean, congratulations to Quaker and Krizmek on their podiums, and obviously Quaker on his win.
Massa.
Well, did Massa win today? I thought it was Quaker.
No, Quaker won. Massa
Quaker
was
won,
second.
Massa
You said
came
Krizmek.
Oh, sorry, yeah. That's,
It's alright.
Quaker won, Massa comes second. Congratulations to them. They drove a great race.
Yep. Lovely stuff. Well, there we go, guys. That was the
wild, crazy, and weird F4 race around China. The
Is
last
that
one of the week.
is that the words you're using for it? I have a few
It's
more.
the best. It's the best words I can use without swearing. So there we go.
Cool.
Yep. So that is it for China now. Next week we have the brand new track of Zandvoort, Netherlands. Join us on Sunday with the F2. I believe it's Primus and anyone else? Is it just gonna be Primus?
Oh, name escapes me. Sorry.
Okay, it's just gonna be Primus.
No, it's not going to
Congratulations,
be
Primus.
Primus.
You're doing comms.
Vettel. Sorry, Vettel.
Oh, there you go.
Vettel
Banging.
SF1H.
Great,
Sorry,
that's
the
a
name
great- that's a
escaped me.
great
I've
race
got,
to
I've got
watch.
a million things going
great.
through my head at the moment. Sorry.
There you go. Right, so you got Primus and Vettel SF71H. So that is going to be a great commentary session. Join us then for Zandvoort. So it is goodbye from me. It is goodbye from Waiter. Goodbye from Prost and everyone else on the podium. Have a good evening, everyone.